Hello my loves. So the sun is going down, so the lighting is really bad on this look. So I want to show you how I got this. I got a request at, I want to say it was like 11 o'clock at night from my brother's friend's little sister. So I used to live in Vermont, and this beautiful lady, Hillary, is currently living in Vermont, and I think she's a senior in high school. She's in high school, and she is going to prom. So her dress is like a light yellow, and she has silver accessories. So she messaged me and asked me how should she do her look, what should she use, and I said, how about I film a tutorial for you. Tell me your skin type, your color scheme, what's your dress, what's your accessory colors, and I'll film a look for you. What brands do you usually like to use? What's like your price range, what do you like to use? So I put together this look using all, and I mean all drugstore items from start to finish, including my brushes. Well, I did drugstore prices because I did use a couple Real Techniques brushes. You can get these at Ulta or Kohl's, I think. So these I got from my Ulta, and I use these as well. I love them, and I think they did a wonderful job. So this is the look I came up for her prom dress, and like I said, the sun is setting, so it's really, really hard to see. So I did a silver in the inner corner, went into a soft yellow to a orangey gold, and I used a dark brown right here in the corner. I used a black liner, which I smudged underneath, and then I used a silver liquid liner just right under here in the inner corners. You don't have to do that, but I just thought it would give a nice pop to the eye, and I didn't put false lashes on. And then a nice cheek highlighter, contour, lips, you know how I do, my typical kind of look, and the lighting is like really bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. So this is what I did. Thank you so much, Hillary, for the request. Oh, you're such a peach. I can't believe you remember me. It like melts my heart that you remember who I was, because you were just such a little thing when I left, and I always knew who you were, so I didn't know if you were old enough to kind of know who I was. So yeah, so if you guys have any requests and you want to reach out to me, message me on my Facebook, and that way I can do any look that you want, and I would love it. Also, go to my Facebook page because I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon, and make sure you refer your friends and whatnot to go over to like my Facebook page if they like makeup. So, if you want to see how I got this look, make sure to keep watching. But keep watching. Hillary, make sure you practice this a couple times before prom, and wish you the best of luck. And I love you guys as always. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. So we're doing a prom look, and I just washed my face because I had makeup on because it's mommy's day. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna moisturize our skin. You use whatever moisturizer you have, but do not have an SPF in your moisturizer. So I'm gonna use the Moisture Rescue Refreshing Gel Cream by Garnier, and you are just going to put this all over. Even if you have oily skin, you still want to moisturize, because you might be oily because you're actually dry and you're overcompensating and making a lot of oil. The next thing you want to do to ensure that your makeup lasts all night long is you're going to prime. So I'm going to use this one by Hard Candy. It's the Sheer Envy Skin Perfecting Primer. It's in the pink bottle. It might be repackaged. That doesn't matter. You just want to make sure you're using anything that's a primer. It comes out clear like this, and I am just going to put it in my T-zone and on my nose, and you're going to want to push it into your skin so it's filling up those pores. And I had Hillary, when I was messaging her, commented and said, I see you use a lot of layers. Yes, because the more layers you have, the longer it will last. The foundation I'm going to use is my Revlon Colorstay. Find whatever color matches you. If you have oily skin, make sure you're using the one that says Combination Oily Skin on the bottom. That's going to help you if you have oily skin, help it last a lot longer on your face. So, I'm just going to wax some of this on my skin. Now, for drugstore, there's a couple different brushes. There's the Samantha Chapman brush, and this one is by Real Techniques. This is the buffing brush, yeah. And you're gonna use these to buff your foundation in your skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one, and I'm just gonna start buffing. So with the first layer, if you have a lot to cover up, you really, really, really wanna work it into the skin because you don't want it to look like you're wearing a lot of foundation. You do wanna look perfect, but that requires a really good foundation. So just really buff. Even when it's like you feel like it's in, buff it some more. So I don't show you guys this a lot on camera, but this is like one layer of foundation on my skin. So you can still see my marks through it, and like that's not okay with me. So I go back in and I'll do like 2 layers of foundation. If you have really bad skin. This is what I do every day. I know it's a lot of makeup, but I'm a makeup artist. It's what I like to do. You don't have to do it if that's not your thing. But for prom, I would definitely make sure to have some really flawless skin. So for the second layer, I really like to just push this one into the skin. This way I'm not disrupting the pigment so much, and I'm really getting it concentrated in the areas that I want it. And make sure you're always buffing into your ears and down your neck because you're going to want to match your foundation to your neck color. So if you're getting a spray tan, do not get it on your face. It'll make your makeup break down much quicker. Trust me from experience, okay? And I was even using really heavy duty stuff with it. It breaks down your foundation really quickly. So make sure you buff into your hairline and your ears and your neck. You want to make sure everything is really seamless. And what I like to do next, I like to prime my eyes. So I'm going to use this Fergie primer by Wet n Wild. It is clear, and this stuff is honestly waterproof. When I use it on clients, I'll put some on the back of my hand, and then I'll put it on their face, and in that little spot where I put it, it will dry up, and I'll wash my hands, and even with soap, it's really hard to come off. So this is a really good primer to use. If you like to fill in your brows like me, there's a really great drugstore product out there. This is a dupe for one of my high-end products that I really liked. This is the Maybelline Define-A-brow. It looks like this. It's got the little comb on the end. Woo! And looks like this, like a little sharpened pencil. You just crank it up. Another alternative would be... this is by Salon Perfect. You'd get this in Walmart by the lashes and the brushes. Looks like this. It's a little brow quad. Okay, so I'm just gonna very light-handed. You don't want to like not ever draw your brows in and then do it for the first time and look like a goof head. You're gonna draw hair-like strokes, like tiny little hairs. So then you can go into a powder and just make sure you set them. So I'm just going to mix this and this. Just tap back and forth. Give it a flicky flick. And just ever so lightly, just kind of go over. I'm going to put this base on my eyes. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo, and this is in 70 Barley Branded. It looks like this, and I am going to place that on the bottom part of like the moving lid. I'm gonna go into this hard candy eyeshadow, single eyeshadow, and this is in 514 Vamp. It's a silver color, and I'm gonna just get that on my flat brush like this, and I'm gonna pack it on the inner corner. And it's going to stick to that base we put down and hopefully be really, really vibrant. And I'm just going to bring it down right here. And then I'm going to go into this yellow color right here. It's like a yellow goldy color. And we're going to pack that on right here in like the middle part of the eye. And I'm bringing these up to the crease, as you can tell. And then I'm going to take this goldy color right here and I'm going to put that on this outer corner. And I'm like moving it over at the top a little bit. So I'm going to take my Eco Tools blending brush like this, and I'm just going to start blending the top of it. And then I'm going to take this brush right here. This is by Samantha Chapman. This is the base shadow brush. And I'm going to go into the darkest color in the palette right here and just get it on the tip of the brush, knock off the excess, and I'm going to work it just right here on the outermost corner. Blend, blend, blend. We're going to go back in with our Eco Tools brush and just blend. This is a Soho brush that I got in Walgreens. You're going to go into this lightest color right here. And I'm going to pack it right underneath my brow bone. So you can get whatever kind of concealer you like. Now it's like in a little pump bottle, so get that if you can't find this one, because they discontinued this way of it and it's like my favorite and I'm almost out. Oh. This is the CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless Corrector Concealer. And I'm just going to take that, a big glob of it, and put it on the back of your hand and rub it in. Your finger and your hand is going to warm it up and thin it out. And then you're going to just look up so it stretches out this skin underneath your eye, and you're just going to tap it in like a horseshoe right underneath your eye, and you're going to totally fix your eyeshadow if you went out of the lines, and you're going to make it look like you totally know how to do makeup when you might not. And you're going to just give you a nice crisp line right there. Now, when you're done blending with your finger and you don't know if you have a nice enough blend, just start patting with your foundation brush. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that brush with what's ever left on it with that brown, and I'm going to drag it along that bottom lash line. So the reason why I like to do the foundation and then set everything after is because when I like to use heavier foundations, and foundations are the best once your skin kind of absorbs it. And that sounds a little bit gross and a little bit scary, but I promise you it's a good thing in terms of how the foundation wears, and if you wash your face, you don't have anything to worry about it being like bad. So you want your face to kind of absorb it, that way it looks a little bit more natural and it wears better on the skin. So I've let it sit, and then I'm going to powder everything into place. So there's a couple different powders you can choose. I like this new NYC Smooth Skin Pressed Face Powder. It looks like this. It's by NYC. It's like $2 something in Walmart. So I'm going to take a big fluffy Eco Tools brush, swirl it around in there, knock off any excess, and you're going to push. Push, push, push into the skin. You don't want to start blending yet until you have it kind of dry from the powder, because you might disrupt that foundation underneath and you don't want to move it. So you're just going to push it into the skin. And it's going to help look more natural too when you push it into the skin. And set anywhere you put that foundation. So if you put it down your neck, set it down your neck. And you really want to make sure you're setting underneath your eyes too, because that can crease and make you look like a wicked, scary person. So I'm just going to use this brush by Real Techniques. This is their contour brush. It's just smaller. And I'm just going to go into the powder, knock off the excess, look up, and just really pat it into those creases. This is the CoverGirl Clean. That's why it's in this maroony packaging, and I totally broke it. And this is in 165 Tawny. I just find this lays really good on the skin. This is for this is a setting powder for women with a darker skin tone. So I really like this for bronzing and contouring my face. So I'm gonna go back into this brush I used to set my under eye, the contour brush. I'm gonna dip just a little bit in here. I'm just like letting it bounce in there and whacking a lot off. If you're even scared how much it might show up, tap it on the back of your hands. You're going to go from tragus to your lip line, but you're going to stop. You can pretend you're kissing something. See that line? You're going to follow that line, but you're going to stop right about there. and that's going to help define your face. Not the whole thing, just right here where the temples are. And this is my all-time favorite drugstore blush. This is by Physicians Formula. I'm not sure of the actual name because it tore off the back, but this is one of like their pearl blushes. You can also take the same Samantha Chapman brush, tap it into the blush, knock the excess off, and work it onto the apples of your cheeks. Pretend to kiss if you if you need to, and then blend it back. Okay, and then for your highlighter, this is my favorite part of makeup. Hard Candy Blush Crushed Baked Blush in Honeymoon looks like this. It is a baked blush. I'm just going to use that same brush we've been using, and you're just going to do a tiny little C from right up here on the side of your brow down the side of your cheek. And it's going to make you look like you've been kissed by youth. Can you see that shine? You can do just a little bit right up above the peaks of your brows just to make your skin look not so completely dry. So, I'm going to take this liner by L'Oreal. It's the Infallible Super Slim Eyeliner. Looks like this all together. And it's got a super fine tip like this, which I absolutely love. And just stamp it and pull. And then I'm going to make just a little wing. Follow that line of the eyeshadow. There we go. And just to connect everything, just do a little bit right here on this bottom corner, and before it dries, just smudge it with your finger. Also, what I got is this Hard Candy Walk the Line liquid eyeliner, and I got this in like a silver color. And just because we have silver in this inner corner, I'm going to go into the inner corner, and I'm just going to put this on the bottom. And then apply your favorite mascara. You can do a waterproof one if you're scared you might sweat a lot. My favorite is the Colossal Volume Express Mascara by Maybelline. $174 Rose Taffeta, and this is by L'Oreal. It's part of the Infallible line, I think. And then the lip gloss I'm going to use is by Flower Beauty, and this is in Lovely Lotus. So, here is the eye and the eyebrow with products I haven't used in a very long time. You can add fake lashes if you want to. I don't want to. I can show you which ones. These ones right here by Salon Perfect, you can buy them in a big pack like this. These are the Demi Wispies in black. So, see, the band is actually clear, you just have the clusters. Those are going to sit way better on your lash line. I would definitely suggest those. It's going to help like wing the lashes out and the eyes out so you look like a sexy doll. Hillary, I really hope that helped. I hope this is okay for a prom look. If not, you can use these colors and create kind of your own look. I hope you like it. I'm really fond of this look, and I wish that I could rock it, but I'm gonna go shower. So, that totally sucks. Have an amazing time at your prom. Oh, I'm so jealous. And if anyone has any requests, I promise you I'm at the other end of Eye Candy Cosmetics. I'm on my phone. So if you message me at like 11 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock in the morning, I typically try and get back to you really, really quickly. Sometimes I have like an issue with my phone where they don't completely come through, so just message me again and it should pop up to my phone. Oh. Go ahead and like my Facebook page. I'm doing a giveaway soon, and we're going to be twinsies. So So, giveaway coming up. Go like my page. Refer people to like my page. Let's do another giveaway, my loves. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much, Hillary. I love you, and I'm so glad you remember me. Bye, guys.